Hello, my name is Valeria Armenta, and this is my final reflection on my leadership organizations course. And I'm gonna just talk about my leadership growth throughout this class. All the concepts that stood out to me and have helped me become a better leader and understand more and just overall more confident with leadership. And yeah, in both my school and in my work. So in the beginning of this course, I did view leadership as authority and not the best view because of my past experiences with the managers that I have, had in my previous jobs. And it definitely changed with this class. I no longer see it as someone with authority, but I see leadership as making decisions for others and directing others with a more relational and shared perspective. I see leadership as something that does not have a title, and it's about influence, communication, and relationships. I've learned that leadership happens just through interactions, and it's not always a negative thing. It's not always a scary thing, and a leader should not be someone you should be afraid of, but someone that you should look up to and be comfortable with and trust yourself and your career. And yeah, one of the biggest things that has stood up to me has been relation-based perspective. This just focuses on how leadership is built on trust and collaboration and communication. And I've just been connecting that perspective with my group projects this semester and my job as a marketing director for a roofing company. So I have a few leadership theories that have impacted me and stood out to me throughout the course that I will be applying in school, but forever, I think, throughout my career. The first one is situational leadership. I learned that leadership is not one size fits all. I've always been very supportive as an individual with my friends, with everyone I've met, and sometimes people need more direction. Being, able to adapt to their style has, really stood out to me, and I've realized, because I've been applying this to my group projects, that it is more effective. The next one would be leader member exchange, the LMX. And this has taught me the importance of building relationships with everybody, not just the people that I tend to naturally connect with, which are the people that match my personality, which is like outgoing and supportive, but just also include the quieter members, the members that just are a little bit more shy and don't really speak up. Also, I've noticed that in previous, group projects and just in work environments that I also did not really connect with the members that are more assertive and have more of an authority, like are more leaders in that way. Kind of like in a bossy perspective, I really did not connect with them, but this course really helped me with how I can not only deal with it, but kind of match and understand their style and really understand them and work with them. Another one is the transformational leadership. And this one stood out to me because it focuses on motivating and inspiring others. This one I really did like because I do have this naturally. I'm not really a controlling leader. I really like building relationships, getting to know people. And yeah, I have realized that the leader that I want to be in the future, and continuing on, I want to be the leader that helps build confidence in people and helps them feel capable of being themselves and contributing and not being afraid and feeling safe, because I know that I really appreciate when that is given to me. I will really emphasize this when I become a leader myself. Just helping people be more confident and feeling safe is very important to me. And lastly is the servant leadership. With my school and my job, just being able to put people first and helping them succeed, instead of just, again, focusing on control. I just really want to support all the team members. So next, for the tower experience and my challenges and growth. One of the most challenging parts for me was, and still is, I'm a little bit more confident, but it still is, stepping into leadership when it has not been clearly assigned to me and someone kind of already took on that role. I've always been someone supportive. I kind of allow those people to step in, and even when I have something to say, I still, kind of back off and let them do their thing, and I listen, and I do hesitate to speak up sometimes and take initiative. But that has completely changed, because I used to do that because I wasn't fully confident in myself. Before this class and everything I have learned, I wasn't confident, and I would convince myself that I don't know much about leadership. How am I going to be a leader? Why would I take on this role? And now that I have learned so much and throughout this course, I have the confidence. And now I know how to be a leader. Even during this course in my group projects this semester, I noticed myself being like, I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna be a leader, because this is the moment. Even when I still was a little afraid, I naturally felt that confidence, and I will forever be grateful for that. However, in this course, I learned that leadership isn't about wanting to be chosen, but to know when it's time to step up, and when it is needed. So yeah, there's a couple of moments that did stand up to me during my group projects this semester, where there was a lot of confusion and roles weren't really assigned and the deadlines were all over the place, and I, instead of staying quiet and being that, passive outsider that just kind of went with the flow so I wouldn't upset anybody, I just helped organize and took on the role to assign jobs and assign deadlines and clarify all the expectations that I believed that we needed to be successful for these group assignments. And it made our group more proactive, and it made it I could see the change, and it overall helped. I mean, we are doing so great. We still have our presentation on Tuesday, but I'm super confident in this group project and in our team, and I think we ended up working great together, and they're great team members. And overall, this experience showed me that leadership can be simple as just taking initiative and not being afraid to take on that role. And so everything I have learned in this class, I have been applying to my job and to my school. In group projects, I focused on being more organized and helping organize, and just communication overall. Being the person to create a space where everyone feels included, even the people with different personalities or the quieter ones. I, included them, and I made everyone feel welcomed and confident. And just actively listening to them and encouraging them throughout this semester. And for my job, I did also apply everything I learned. I've been applying the servant leadership and thinking about the audience first and putting them into consideration when I create my content for the company. I want to create content that is helping and informing the customers and not just only promoting, and I have learned that from this course. And lastly, focusing on just building relationships with my team and the audience. My adaptive leadership, especially because social media is constantly changing and we really don't know where it's going to be. Just learning to adjust to strategies, trends. But just to wrap things up, because I think I'm talking too much, I just do want to say that at the beginning of this course, I did see myself as a follower. And my goal in my career, I want to be a leader. I want to own my own brand. I want to be a manager. I want to be a CEO. And so this is why I'm so happy I chose this course, and I have learned so much. And Now I feel so much more confident in the ability to lead others. And I've developed just stronger communication skills, better adaptability, more confidence in speaking up, and just a better understanding of how to work with different people and different styles. And I want to continue to improve in these areas, and my confidence and especially my assertiveness. I do want to really develop that in a, still in a supportive, kind way. But to close everything off, I've learned what it means to be a leader and what it means to support others and to adapt to situations, and just creating an environment where people just feel valued and included and enjoy to be around me and the purpose of the wherever we are and whatever we're doing. And so moving forward, I do want to continue to become the best leader, not only a leader that just wants results and is convenient or it's about the money, but to build strong relationships with a purpose, and to lead kindly and just overall succeed. And so I'm very grateful for this course, and I do thank you, Professor, for your time to help us, with this class and to teach us, and I will forever be grateful for this class. And so I do thank you for listening, and yeah,